Go-To Mormon Girl here again with the answers you're looking for. Today I'm going to talk about Muslims, or more specifically, similarities and differences between Mormons and Muslims. See, a lot of people think that Mormons are like this crazy cult and we're so different from everybody else. So I'm going to start with a comparison with Muslims. The most obvious comparison we can start with is their 5 pillars of faith. Their 5 pillars are Shahada, Salah, Zakah, Som, and Hajj. Or, to be more clear, a declaration of faith, prayer, alms, fasting, called Ramadan, and the pilgrimage to Mecca. These pillars are very similar to the beliefs in the Mormon Church. We practice the same pillars, only a little differently. The declaration the Muslims give is very formal. There is no God but God. Muhammad is the messenger of God. If Mormons were to have a specific statement of testimony like the Muslims, it would probably be there is no God but God. Thomas S. Monson is a prophet of God, which is where we differ a little. Muhammad was the seal of the prophets, or, in other words, the last prophet of Allah. We believe that God continues to call prophets today, and that Monson is the current prophet. Prayer is very important for both religions, but our performance of the task differs slightly. Muslims are called to prayer 5 times a day, and they perform it very ritualistically. And if you don't perform it, you're not considered to be a Muslim. It's very important that every time they call out the chant, you stop what you're doing, face east towards Mecca, and start your prayers. In contrast, Mormons are encouraged to formally pray over meals in the morning and in the evening, but we also encourage less formal prayers throughout the day, and they're not performed quite so formally. It can be in your heart or in your head. It doesn't have to be aloud, it can be. So 2 prayers for Mormons and 5 prayers for Muslims, and Muslims are a lot more formal about their prayers. And Mormons, forgetting to say your morning or evening prayers doesn't really make you a non-Mormon. Mormons are also very big in humanitarian aid, just as the Muslims are. Muslims ask that they give 2.5% of their savings in alms for the poor and needy. Mormons also ask that they give of what we have in tithing and fast offerings. Many people probably hear about the actions of the Mormons when it comes to natural disasters, such as with the Mormon Helping Hands. Fasting for Mormons isn't quite as strict as the Muslim fasting during Ramadan, where they fast from sun up to sun down, the 9th month of the Muslim calendar. Mormons fast the first Sunday of every month, and it's through 2 meals. And when we fast, we take the money that we might have spent on the food we might have eaten that day, and we put it into our fast offerings. That all goes towards the needy and welfare programs. The Hajj is probably where Mormons differ most from the Islamic pillars of faith. For Muslims, they hope to go to Mecca at least once in their life, and it's the ultimate destination for all Muslims to visit. For Mormons, our ultimate destination is the temple. That's one of our biggest goals, is to be worthy to attend the temple. The reason why this differs considerably from Muslims is that there isn't just one temple that we can visit. As of right now, there are 141 temples in operation, 15 under construction, and 14 announced. Obviously, there are some places where people don't have as much access to a temple as others. For those people, it might be a lot like Muslims, that they have to save up for their whole life to make their one visit to the temple. However, I currently live about a 5-minute walk away from a temple here in Provo, and could therefore go any day at any time. Aside from the pillars of faith, Mormons and Muslims also share a similar emphasis on modesty, which is a fairly unique trait among religions. And we're also similar in our prohibition of intoxicants, such as drugs and alcohol. Muslims and Mormons share a lot in common. If you want to see other commonalities, just ask. Put it in the comments below, click subscribe, and wait for my next video. I try to answer everybody's questions, and I'll get around to you eventually. Mormon Girl, signing off.